This video will go over the different ways to share a document. Google Docs and the other Google applications are very similar, if not the same, in how they are shared out. So once you get familiar with sharing a Google Doc, you'll be able to share any other type of Google application like Google Slides or Google Sheets. So let's get started and click on the blue share button when you're ready to share this document. There are two ways to share a document. You can share it with a link or email someone directly. Using a link to share this document is convenient when you want to copy and paste the link maybe on your Google Classroom or in another document or in your website maybe. So it's a quick, easy way to share out just by giving people access to the link. What you want to do first is click on the copy link button so you have it ready on your clipboard. Then decide what type of setting you want for this document to be shared with. So you're going to most likely always want to use anyone at Suffield Public Schools with the link can view, meaning they will be able to open the Google document and view it, and that's it. Can comment gives the people access, maybe your students or your colleagues, to comment on the document using the side margin, little comment tabs. Anyone at Suffield Public School with a link can edit, means that you're giving them full access when they click on the link to view the document, edit, make comments. So that's something that you want to reserve maybe for when you're collaborating with a colleague. When you're sending something out to students, you definitely want to most likely use the can view document. Unless you want them to add comments on something and collaborate, then that's different. Then you want to give them the option to comment. If you're sending out a flyer or something informational to parents, then you want to click on the More button here, and then you want to give them access to the link. Anyone with a link can access, meaning that they do not have to have a Google or Gmail account to view the document, which is probably the most helpful way to distribute to parents, because you don't know if they all maybe or may not have Google accounts. So once you decide what you want to do, click. There you go. So now we're ready, and we have my Google link here as anyone with the link can view. Another way to share this document is to enter the email addresses of the people you want to share with directly. For example, if I only want to give this document to a colleague, maybe we're collaborating on something, then I would type in their email address here and then make sure that I give them the can edit option. Again, this is the least restrictive option. If it's something that I want to email directly to maybe one parent or maybe one other person to look over, or maybe one student specifically, then you can just put can view again. So once you have your settings ready, then what's most important is you want to click on the advanced button. Then you want to make sure that when you're giving someone access, either students or parents or colleagues, access to a document or another Google app like Google Sheets, you want them to not be able to share it with other people. So for example, if I'm giving someone an assignment, then I might not want my student or another person to be able to share that with somebody else. So you're going to click on the prevent editors from changing access and adding new people. And this is another option in Google Docs. If you do not want your students to be able to download, print, and copy, then you would click on here. You most likely will want your students to download, print, and copy, but let's say you're sending something that is very specific, or a test or something that you don't want students or other people to be able to copy and share out, then you want to click on these settings right here. So decide what type of settings you really need and then click Save Changes. And once you figure out if you want to use a link or if you want to send people directly, you can add a message if you're emailing someone directly to this document. So again, if this is maybe for my students, I might like, here's your assignment 1 for writing. This is due on Friday, September, whatever. So once you've entered the emails of the people you want to share with, you can also send yourself a copy by clicking on this box right here. Paste the item itself into an email. This option will literally copy and paste everything that's in the Google Doc and drop it into an email that will be then sent to this person you specify up here. It's probably unusual that you would use this option. Once you've entered the emails that you want to share with, you can go ahead and then click Send. That's basically how you would share and set your settings for a Google Doc or any other Google application.